How's it going, guys? This is the Rowdy Productions, and welcome to my brand new channel, the Rowdy Predictions. Not only is it a brand new channel, but I also have a brand new series for you guys, and it's called Fight Talk. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about today is Anderson Silva and his recent shenanigans. Obviously, we all know that Anderson Silva got knocked out by Chris Weidman in the last main event title fight. Now, the sad thing about it is the fact that it's not that Anderson Silva got knocked out by a better fighter, he was just being too cocky. He was provoking him, he had his hands down, he was punching himself in the face. He probably helped Chris Weidman more than he hurt Chris Weidman. So, it was kind of a ridiculous fight, and not only that, not only was it embarrassing enough that he got knocked out by Chris Weidman while he was kind of trying to taunt Chris Weidman, but afterwards during the post-fight interview, he kind of tried to save face a little bit by talking all this nonsense about, well, Chris Weidman is the champion now, and, I still want to fight, but I don't want to fight for the belt anymore. I was like, you've got a 10-fight contract. I really don't see how you're going to fight and not fight for the title, considering I think you have 9 fights left, and you're Anderson Silva. I don't think that's going to happen. So that really didn't make any sense. I feel like he was just a little embarrassed and he was trying to save face at that particular point in time. And the thing that makes me believe that even more is the fact that within a couple of days, Dana White came out and said there was nothing that Anderson Silva wants more than a rematch. 2 days ago, he didn't even want to fight for the title anymore. Now, there's nothing he wants more than a rematch. What is going on? And then, Anderson Silva shows up in a video saying, "I back. Trust me. I'm back." Wink. So, obviously he thinks he's back. Obviously he's trying to prove to his fans that, I made a mistake, I'm going to come back, and, I'm just going to beat the shit out of Chris Weidman, and I'm going to continue to beat the shit out of everybody like I usually do. The next thing that Anderson Silva came out and said kind of worried me. Anderson Silva came out and said that the provocation and hands down is going to continue. Meaning that he's going to continue to treat fighters with disrespect, keep his hands down, do all these crazy fairy dance moves, and probably get knocked out again. Hopefully not. But every time he provokes a fighter like that, I feel like he gets rocked. For example, when he was fighting Damian Maia, he was dancing around, doing all that stuff, saying, "Oh, hit me here," and he ended up getting actually rocked by Damian Maia, and he spent the rest of the fight just kind of playing it safe. And then this time, obviously, he got knocked out by Chris Weidman. So, that's the end of my rant on Anderson Silva. I do have a couple of questions for you, though. What I want to know is if you think that it's a good idea for Anderson Silva to continue to provoke these fighters and to continue to keep his hands down and do all these bizarre movements. Next question is, do you even think that Anderson Silva is able to fully come back from this KO from Chris Weidman? And last but not least, do you even want Anderson Silva back with all this cocky behavior that he's been exhibiting recently? Right, those are my questions for you on Anderson Silva and the current events going on with him. Time to move on to the very next topic. Next topic is Hall of Famers. Recently, Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonnar got inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Now, I will admit, Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonnar did have probably one of the most exciting and best fights in UFC history in the Ultimate Fighter finale Season 1. It was epic, it was bloody, it was so good that even though only Forrest Griffin won the contract, Dana White decided to give one to Stephan Bonnar anyways. So that was amazing, and that's a big part of UFC history. All in all, both of these fighters are fairly exciting to watch, and Forrest Griffin obviously was able to win the light heavyweight championship. So what I want to know is what you guys think about these recent inductees into the UFC Hall of Fame. Do you think that these two individuals deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? When you actually take a look at the rest of the Hall of Famers on the list, are they comparable? Have they done enough? Second question is there anyone else that hasn't been inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame that you feel like probably deserves it more than these two? So those are my questions. Alright guys, that's the end of Fight Talk. Please leave the answers to my questions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and favorite. Subscribe today if you feel rowdy enough. And as always, thanks for watching.